but my hand's trembling a little. I'm definitely bleeding now.
Kalau ini dong darah meleleh. Tapi mereka bertahan. Dong karena senang tuh.
Mama kuat ya.
Rabble Rabble show, I got chat to them, I made them chat for it. Rabble Rabble, you don't know say the one and only National Rabble Danger. And on this platform, we do things different. Rabblings, a man will think about a situation one way, but a female have 100 different ways she think about that same situation. Agree or disagree, let me know. So we're saying that all women should know that they play a major role in preserving a culture. And if you have the same view as me about that, tell me what you think, because I want to know. Now, Rabblings, in all war affair, the winning party always want to conquer. Agree or disagree? Rabblings, would you believe me if I tell you that in World War II, from 1939 to 45, females find themselves being taken as sexual slave? Would you believe that? And the only way a female could exclude herself from the rest is by having a tattoo. Some people would say that tattoo is a bad thing, but at the end of the day, a tattoo saves lives from a certain lifestyle. Rabble Rabble, straight Rabble, spree this.
When the Japanese Imperial Army occupied countries across Southeast Asia during World War II, soldiers kidnapped thousands of young women to serve as comfort women or forced sex workers. But on the tiny island of Timor, local women figured out how to use the Japanese forces' apparent respect for married women against them and save themselves from sexual slavery. These women chose to heavily tattoo themselves, thus marking them as taken or married according to local beliefs. The plan worked. Japanese soldiers avoided the tattooed women of Malacca, Timor, and the women were able to avoid the dark fate that hundreds of thousands of others were forced into. Today, only a few of these tattooed women remain alive. We traveled to Malacca to hear their stories. So I've just arrived in the village of Umataos, and I'm about to meet these women who were mostly born in the 30s, so I have a lifetime of questions to ask them. Wait. Selamat siang, Ina.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Yeah.
This is Vilomina Hoar, one of the most powerful women in the village. The tribes of Malacca are one of the few matrilineal societies left in Indonesia. Here, the women have all the power and control each family's wealth.
Kalau kenalin kita bawa ini suruh kasih nenek-nenek. Ina si hentian.
Ina si hentian.
Kasih. Isi di mulut. Ya.
We brought some sari pinang to share. It's what you generally do when you visit people here. Trying it for the first time. It's making my tongue go numb. There's a bitter flavor. I feel like I'm getting some energy from it.
Enak.
Sudah belum?
Enak.
Enak.
Baginya.
Apa artinya?
Dia bilang bagus. Bilang bagus.
These women are all that remain of Malacca's tattooed women. Each of them have outlived their husbands, and the faded ink under their skin tells a story of resistance and rebellion. Their names are powerful reminders of the resilience of women. Florentina Rica, Maria Bita, Maria Teresia Bete Umabot, Maria Teresia Buyuli, Maria Teresia Hoar, and Mariana Hoar, who is letting me tag along as she searches for firewood, a daily chore in her village.
Depan si Mai, nek tato no ti ampat tatene ami ho pacaran di ini pakai batte sudah kau pasti ke kangku am.
Untuk perempuan yang tidak punya tato, bagaimana?
Mana Jepang sih ya? Sira rola oh, sira barepang dan hata oke. Itu jarum. Darah.
Berdarah. Sakit nggak?
Sakit mati. Kau pakai?
Pakai.
Tu eh. Lah mari ak maklah tinggal pitai sui ni aku. Ti. Nenek bisa nek. Adi nona bisa. Nona nakal. Nona nakal nenek nakal nek. Ada suami ke belum?
Belum.
Belum?
Belum.
Aduh, kita dua sendiri ya. Kita dua sama-sama cari laki-laki pasang
Ya, nanti saja.
nikah katak no mama.
It's amazing how much grace Mariana still projects, despite the terrible ordeal she had to survive when she was young. These tattoos saved the women of Malacca from a lifetime of sexual slavery. But they couldn't survive the changing times.
Pas sekolah di mai toke jam pasasi. Mana sini mai berkat. Apa berkat lo sini naik hal hotel. Hanoi nana. Ada teh Hanoi ni. Ada teh Hanoi mai ada tami ka ami Hanoi. Ma tulis ni mai Indonesia. Sila mak ku buro sini. Mate ho tu sini. Asena lo tini.
Modernization and criminal stigma under General Suharto's authoritarian regime played a large part in young Malacca women's decision to get tattooed. But there's another reason why so few of them choose to go under the needle: the pain.
Zamannya nenek-nenek mereka bisa mengerti bahwa mungkin itu untuk sebagai penangkal terhadap gangguan-gangguan penjajah. Tapi kalau kita zaman sekarang, alangkah lebih baiknya dicari jalan yang cara yang lebih tidak menyakitkan. Jadi kami lebih memilih untuk tidak bertato.
We spent this much time talking about tattoos, but we were still curious about the process. Although the original tattoo artists have all passed away, the head of the tribe offered to show us how they were done. He's going to put a symbol on me which represents this tribe specifically. It's 2 circles and a few lines representing families being tied together and then being tied to the earth that they were born on.
Tintanya diambil dari lampu lentera ini. Ini dia punya arahnya diambil begini.
Yeah, you can see the black smoke coming out of there.
Arahnya diambil, digaruk, taruh di sini, dicampur dengan air, baru digambar. Gambar habis, ditusuk dengan garam.
I think I need a cigarette before I do this. If it hurts a little, nothing. I'm trying to imagine how this would feel doing this for an entire day, as these other women have done, in order to cover entire legs, hands, arms. It take a lot of patience. Okay, she's going a little harder this time.
Tambah sakit ini.
Iya, lebih keras lagi, tambah sakit. Nggak apa-apa.
Supaya dia hitam masuk ya. Oh, narakat takut itu pertama.
Where the actual tattoo is doesn't hurt too much, but my hand's trembling a little. I'm definitely bleeding now.
Oh, susah. Moros. Kalau ini dong darah meleleh. Tapi mereka bertahan. Dong karena senang tuh.
Mama kuat ya. I came into this story thinking it was something inspiring about women's resistance. But it's also pretty heartbreaking. The tattoo traditions of the women of Malacca will die out with these women. I couldn't help but think about how, worldwide, the weight of maintaining traditions, of keeping them alive, so often falls on the shoulders of women. And that's why we need to celebrate these women's courageous and heroic stories while we can.
Rabble Rabble, no fear for tell them say you hear it, so remember to like, share and subscribe. Straight Rabble.